Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
Eric 916, getting down fresh out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the channel. Someone brought this article to my attention, and I thought I would share with you guys because a lot of you guys over here are educated, you're up on game, and you want to know what's going on in society because you're concerned. And this article says right here is from the Federalist.com. It says illegal immigrants can carry guns. Obama appointed judge rules. This is March 19th, 2024. It says here, U.S. District Judge Sharon Johnson Coleman ruled on March 8th that a federal law prohibiting illegal immigrants from owning guns is unconstitutional, arguing the law did not adhere to the Supreme Court's ruling in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruin that stipulated gun control laws must fit historical tradition. The case was brought after Heriberto Cabral Flores, an illegally present foreign citizen, was charged for illegally possessing a gun. But Coleman argued that since Cabral Flores' criminal record did not involve improper use of a weapon or violence during his arrest, Cabral Flores does not pose a risk to public safety, and therefore he shouldn't be deprived of a Second Amendment right to bear arms in self-defense. But someone who broke the law of the land, is illegally residing here, is not entitled to the same rights that Constitution secures for U.S. citizens. Foreign citizens instead must have their rights secured by their own governments. The Second Amendment reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The Supreme Court ruled in D.C. versus Heller that the people refers to all members of the political community. Foreign citizens are by definition members of a different political community. Writing for the majority, the late Justice Antonin Scalia wrote, the people refers to a class of persons who are part of a national community or who have otherwise developed sufficient connection with this country to be considered part of the community. As attorney Costas Moros explained in an analysis on the Reload, someone who just entered the United States illegally has not developed any sufficient connection with the country. The topic was also argued more than a decade ago in a different case with a panel of Fourth Circuit ruling in U.S. versus Caprio Leon that illegal aliens are not law-abiding members of the political community, and aliens who have entered the United States unlawfully have no more rights under the Second Amendment than do aliens outside the United States seeking admittance. Even putting prior court cases aside, the Supreme Court required lower courts to determine whether modern laws are consistent with historical U.S. traditions of firearm regulations. In some cases, U.S. laws disarm different groups for a variety of reasons, but the common thread allowing that to happen is these were groups outside of the political community, Morals explained in a separate post on X. Interesting, huh? So, this all ties into the invasion I've been telling you about the foreign, basically militants entering the country illegally. They're not getting stopped on airplanes showing ID. You got to show your ID, right? When you get on a plane to come over here, when you want to go from city to city, they're not showing ID to come into the country. they're not getting searched. They're getting free housing, debit cards, and now, you're finding more and more of these individuals. Some of them are on a wanted list from the country that they left, bearing arms. Oh man, we're living in some times right now where you got to get your head out the sand, and you best keep your head on a swivel because there's a lot going on, and this is the major push to destroy America, to destroy the communities, and to basically shift the power structure in our country. I'm not talking about politics, just talking about just general stabilization of any nation. You can see here, check it out, Dominican Republic, look what they erected around their country to keep out the gangs and the violence.
There are growing concerns about a new Haitian migrant exodus. Over the last 2 years, the Dominican Republic has built a 12-foot-tall border wall equipped with drones, cameras, and watchtowers to protect the DR from gangs and crime. In the Dajabon region of the Dominican Republic, the 15 miles of border wall has reduced the theft of livestock, motorcycles, and vehicles by 80%, according to the president of the Dominican Republic. So far, about 100 miles has been completed, and the goal is to have a wall run throughout the entire border with Haiti.
The physical wall is already doing its job, and from a security standpoint, it is helping us a lot.
Dominicans continue to deport illegal Haitians by the truckload, an effort they say
discriminatory to protect your border. It's not discriminatory to not want somebody in your house you don't know of. It's not discriminatory to say that you can't come into the country if you haven't met certain qualifications or specifications or taken an oath to basically support the Constitution of that country. Do you want infidels in the country who basically don't care about the fundamental values, who come here and want to break down what the core values are? I'm not saying there aren't people coming here to do the right thing, but it's a process. You can't go to Japan and just walk in and start getting debit cards and partying and living in hotels. You can't go to Monaco and do that. You can't go to Qatar and do that. You can't go to Dubai and do that. You can come here to America, though, and they'll give you a free car, free house, interest-free loans for housing. But if you're American, you're paying interest. You're not getting a debit card. You better get out here and bust ass. You're not getting any free housing unless you're a single mother with the father figure kicked out the house. And there are other stipulations if you want to live off the government's titty. But if you're a foreigner and you come here illegally, you will get all the blessings, carry a firearm. You can basically do what you want to do. I never thought I would see this day, man, but these people who you have voted into office, these people who said they have our best interests, they're turncoats, man. They don't have our interests. These people they're not working for us. And if you look up the definition, government works for the people. We don't work for them. But it's obvious that they done flipped the script, and they've been bought and paid for a long time ago. Subscribe, share the channel. Let me know what you think. For a lot of you guys out there who can't legally carry a firearm because you're dealing with a criminal record, if you pretend you're from another country, you come over here, you can go pick up a gun, and basically it appears to be that it'll be legal because they're letting these people come over here and do what they want to do, and they're laughing at us. It's a joke, man. And I told you before that they're going to be replacing a certain demographic of people here in America, and it has nothing to do with skin color. It's a whole economic, cultural structure that they're redoing, and they want to have workers, and they're going to have people who work for those the workers and the super rich, and basically no in between. They don't want independence. They want destabilization. And in my opinion, man, and I'm no expert. I'm just going off of what I see. This has been in the works, and this is their grand push right now to really just destroy this country, man. Leave a comment.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. I'm Big Hurt, and I have over a decade of experience in the prison system. Yeah, I've done a lot of time, made a lot of stupid mistakes, but that's why I'm here with you today, educating you on the Mastermind program by Fresh Out. See, they don't give you a manual when you go to jail on how to survive. They don't tell you how to go take a shower, where to sit at when you go to chow, what to do when you have mail call, how to handle your commissary. See, we cover that and a multitude of other topics that are very important, because if you do the wrong thing, you can get your damn wig split. We have over 100 million views as of date on our YouTube channel, but we've put and condensed all this knowledge into this Mastermind program so that you can provide your client with a winning chance. Do yourself a favor and your client a favor and sign them up for our program so they don't have to get their wig split and they can make it out alive.